interrogation it's not done anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the community once again. I am very sad this evening. Okay, now I was actually taking a serious siesta this afternoon. When I actually woke up, I went online and I realized that something is actually circulating. There is a footage, okay, a video footage about Abu Trica, circulating online. And according to this particular video, guys, you're going to actually get shocked, okay, because this guy has actually finally exacerbated his situation here by being unable to answer preliminary questions that were just that was actually emitted out to him by lawyer Chumbo to Berima. Okay, now he was actually asked, okay, the sources of his wealth here, and guess what? Let me share the video with you. Now, before that, you actually also know that there is something that most people, or let me say that the public doesn't actually know about, Abu Trica. Now, according to, a sources, a legitimate, sources, somewhere in June 2025, this guy was actually caught, okay, by, I don't actually know the kind of authority that actually held him responsible or caught him, but he was actually caught, and he actually started securing himself by paying some bribes, okay, little by little, or bribery, just to secure himself not to enter or to find himself in such a dirty situation like this. But finally, this guy has actually been exposed, and we are going to actually learn a lot of educative lessons from this. So stay with me and let me actually share the videos with you one by one so that you can actually better understand something. Now, before that, don't forget to actually like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, okay?
It's not the duty of your life to tell us what job we do. No. Even if it's in the interrogation room. Young man. Or lawyer's interrogation room, it's not done anyway. Very good.
The last time I was senior with my dad in the office, I
am just asking you a simple question. We see the man now.
It's only a call sending that transaction.
Transaction once. I have not asked you about transactions. Hello, listen to me. Listen, about transactions. I just asked a simple question. Why are you talking about transactions? I'm not asking transactions. I'm asking transactions.
According to the
can you just listen? Hold on. Did you hear me asking questions about transactions?
No, you said what work
do you do? Yes. Simple.
Okay. And you
so without transactions, wouldn't you be a transactions? I mean, just answer the question I'm asking. What work do you do? Me a policeman, my brother a policeman, my cover my better. I'll be position the so dear man away. It's a simple matter. When can transaction why another one?
Let me put it in a draw.
Thank you so much. I know that some of you, might be commenting down your thoughts at the comment section. Thank you so much for your contribution. But please make sure that you're going to align your comments with this particular YouTube, community guidelines. Okay. Now, according to the footage that we actually just watch, okay, lawyer Chumberima was actually asking him, what do you do? What work do you actually do specifically? And bro, he was totally confused, okay, per the, the answers that he was actually given, okay. They asked him, what do you do? And he was actually talking about transaction. And the lawyer is like, no, I haven't actually asked you anything about, transaction or concerning was transaction. So this actually confirmed the fact that bro is totally confused, okay. And he also, requested to have his lawyer before he could actually say anything, okay. Now, I don't actually know what you think. You can actually also contribute your experience and your thought or your knowledge at the comment section. Now, according to another source which seems to know better about this particular situation of Abu Trica here, has actually exposed one particular secret that I actually wanted us to learn. Okay, he said, okay, I will show you the video. Okay, he said that he was actually caught somewhere in June 2025. But he was actually paying bribery because he actually wanted, to overcome the local authorities so that a situation like this wouldn't happen in the material world or today. But finally, this guy was actually exposed. I mean, he was actually betrayed by the corporation, body.
On to June more can you and not start reporting. John Yachinache. No Mumbai. Oh, Yahweh. Oh, Munya Yahweh. Okwano sorted. If he's a sorted the one, I'm Jimmy K. sorted from Juno. Was sorted. And then about December, 6 months time, I'll be fan. No investigation ready to Jimmy 4. I'm advising the Ghana youths. Say, yeah, show. None is ready, born and say about the Chihuahua. Oh, yeah, about the foul. No, I look sharp, no, I then. Was I told you money be a CSC, and what to be nice, all this can be to happen, lawyer. Oh, yeah, damn it. So this what no one we dey bechi. Opa kof so eba from ye bechi. It doesn't matter the amount of bribe you're going to pay for it.
Most Ghanaians, okay, some Ghanaians actually being like, President Mahama protect him, give him protection, blah blah blah, whatever. Now, in case you're actually thinking this was no direction, this happens to be the best, answer that you have to make sure that you understand about a situation like this.
Do you feel the government has I won't say obligatory, but what's the right word to use? Or say they be some protect you from this extradition and all that. Though we're violating, but like, don't you feel like they are giving everybody?
But how do you want the government to protect you if you are stealing from another country?
Or a criminal? Yeah, it makes sense.
You got to know the democracy is one in the world. The constitution is one.
But at this point, he's a suspect.
You say
he's a suspect.
You can be a suspect, whatever. The indictment is out there. When we say indictment,
but when you read it, it says the indictment doesn't mean he.
That is English. Indictment is going to grow and it's premature. So the case is going to be actually matured, and the indictment charges out there is going to turn into real physical charges.
So because of what this guy actually was committed, or per his case, now we can actually describe him in such a way that actually was a match with someone who actually commit. Okay, let me say that he is actually a cyber criminal, which means that look, he actually patronized such activities against vulnerable people, most especially according to this case of his. Now he actually did it to old aged people belong to America. Okay, so now a lot of people actually was asking, can he actually get protection from the government of Ghana? Ghana is not actually a sovereign country. Why isn't that now? The FBI have actually come here to make sure that they came here to arrest him, and they are actually expecting the government to extradite him, and the government is also doing so to make sure, like, they have actually been processing what on things here. Okay, now allegedly his wife too has actually been rounded up by the Ghana police, and she's actually now in the police cell. Okay, look. Yes, the truth is that the best way you can actually get secured, okay, nobody can actually secure you in this world if you actually commit a crime like this, whether it is actually a physical crime, whether it's actually a cyber crime, or whatever, no matter the size or how the crime is. Nobody can actually secure you. That is why the best way you can actually secure yourself is to make sure that you live your life in alignment with the constitution of your state, or just do that. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, they just do that, because if Ghana does this by preventing this bro from being extradited to US to face a legal court action, you understand me? It is definitely going to actually stain the white of Ghana. You understand me? It is actually going to and it will actually describe Ghana to other international bodies, like Ghana is a body, a national body which is actually endorsing or supporting indirectly actions like this. You understand me, ladies and gentlemen? Now the best way is to make sure that you live your life according to the principles of your state and be free. Your president cannot actually save you. No matter how rich your mother or your parents are, they might not actually stand a chance of saving you from a situation like this, with the exception of you living your life which is actually good and constitutional at all. Ladies and gentlemen, so the lesson here is that, look, bro was not able to actually provide direct answer to the question that he was actually asked, because he was totally confused. And trust me, this is, should I say that indirectly or directly confirming the fact that bro has actually committed the cyber crime, criminal activities. You understand me? Even recently, some Nigerians, yesterday I posted a video on my extra channel explaining how some Nigerians too, they have actually been caught doing the same thing. Yes, he actually was doing the same thing. So he was actually asked, and he was also giving answers that, an answer which was actually contradicting to the question that he was actually asked. But do you actually believe that if bro was actually living a life which is constitutional, he wouldn't be able to answer the question or to give a solid answer to the question that lawyer Chumberema was actually asking him? He could have actually done it for a long time. It happened to him spontaneously. Yes, it happened to him abruptly, so he was confused to answer. So he was like, let me get my distance, let me get my lawyer. He was requesting to have his lawyer in the interrogation room, and the other lawyer, which is Chumberema, wasn't telling him, even if your lawyer is actually here right now, he cannot actually ask or request to make sure that you stay silent so that he could actually make sure that he answer your questions for you. You are the direct person who's supposed to actually answer the questions. So the best way is that anything that you're actually doing, trust me, authority can actually come or run up to you one day to question you about the sources of your wealth, and you have to make sure that you get a backup, solid proof to that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to actually join this community here where we discuss African related stories here daily. So make sure that you're going to join us by subscribing and turn on the notification bell. Don't forget to also share this video with a neighbor of yours. Thank you so much. See you in the next update.